Hi, I'm Nixie Nova, and today I will be unboxing the Singer 6800C sewing machine. This is what the machine looks like out of the box. Pretty complex compared to my last machine. It's got a lot more going on in the front, but pretty happy with it. These are the buttons that I had to learn if I wanted to start sewing immediately. First up, we've got the backstitch button. Does exactly as described. Next, we have the play/pause button. This lets you start and stop the machine without even having to touch the pressure foot, which is pretty cool. Then we have the needle down. Does exactly as described. Then we have the tie off button. It does 3 secure stitches instead of using a backstitch button. And then my favorite button ever, we have the thread cutter. It cuts both of the threads and speeds up my workflow. And then we have the pressure foot speed dial. So the pressure foot is interesting. It has one controlled speed no matter how hard you press, which I like because sometimes it has a lurching start to it with my old machine. So I'm pretty happy about that one. If we carry on into the complex zone, we have the machine just sets automatically to the straight stitch at 2.5. And with the plus and minus buttons, you can adjust the stitch length. I use the zigzag stage also, which is number 5. And you can see with the squiggles above the plus and minus, that controls the width of it. And then with the stitch length plus and minus, the other plus and minus, that controls the stitch length. And that basically sums up all of the buttons that I had to know if I wanted to start sewing immediately. Also, these are the supplies that came with the machine. I'm just gonna label them because there's a lot. So I've started my sewing journey with the Singer Simple, and it was great. I've used it for about 3 years. It does everything I needed it to do, but it just became too small as I advanced with my sewing skills. I mainly work with blankets, and I wanted to make my own coats in the future, so I was on a hunt for a new sewing machine. I had a few things that I was looking for in my next machine. A, it could sew through leather. B, give me more functionality and room to grow. And C, I wanted to stay within the Singer family. After some research, I had 2 machines on my mind. I had the Singer Heavy Duty, that was pure mechanical, and the Singer Heavy Duty 6800C, that was computerized. Having never owned a computerized sewing machine, I was a little hesitant, but after reading some of the reviews and the perks of the machine, I decided to take the jump. And I was not disappointed. Definitely recommend to shop around. The Heavy Duty on Amazon is now about like $700, where on the site I got it for like $200 off. So definitely shop around when you are looking for a new sewing machine. What first attracted me to the Singer Heavy Duty was that I saw a video of a guy sewing through 4 layers of leather, which was a big plus because that's one of the main fabrics that I want to start working with in the future. The machine also has 300 stitches, so that gives me more room to play, along with stitching the alphabet and certain designs, which is something I definitely wanted to play with. This machine also has 9 different functions to sew a buttonhole, so that left plenty of room to my imagination of adding so many buttons to my coats. Overall, I'm super happy with this machine. It's checked all of my boxes with what I wanted and leaves plenty of room to my imagination and for future projects. The two things that I don't really like about it is a sticker that tells you how when to change your needle, and they've made it, this is the strongest sticker ever, and so trying to remove it, there's a lot of sticky residue. I've kind of peeled mine half off, as you can see, so I have to spend a little bit more time trying to remove it or just leave it. And the second thing is that the needle threader actually broke about 2 times after I used it, which is unfortunate. Not a big deal in my books because I've learned how to thread it, but that was kind of the part about it. But if it's not a big deal to you, still recommend it. Still a great product. The reviews online were mixed because some people said it arrived broken, but I feel like that's a risk when you're ordering online, so it's up to you. I definitely recommend it. I've loved it. All the sewing, it makes my sewing projects a breeze compared to my other one. Let me know in the comments what type of sewing machine you use. I love to know other people's preferences and learn something that I don't know. I was on a hunt for a new sewing machine.